Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Up. Everyone is doing well, winning life. First and foremost, I want you all to smash to piece that like button. If you haven't smashed it, smash it right now. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do so. We've got the notification bell, ding dong. Let's have it right so you know when we go live. And we've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership down below in the description. Salute to all the Minerals FC Ultras. Salute to our Chelsea old boys. We see things they'll never see. And salute to no surrender mentality. And literally big up to every single one of you Minerals FC Ultras, bruv. We land it everywhere we go. Let's not forget that. So, City out of the Club World Cup. A shock, a surprise. Did everyone see the celebration by the owner of the Saudi club? Actually in tears, literally in tears. That's how much it means. He's not there for the pound note. He's there for the beautiful game and to bring their league up to the pinnacle, build it up. Obviously, Saudi league or sponsors FIFA, so have it right. So, or is it UEFA even? They're landing the minerals big time, and obviously can offer the financial services needed for the corrupt organisation and governing body. However, City are out, and our Thiago Silva, Thiago, he came from PSG to win the Champions League. Thiago, Thiago, what a baller, 40 years old, captain in Fluminense, and now, let's have it right, that's who we're going to meet. I'm buzzing for it. I'm absolutely buzzing for it. This is going to be a great game. Another Brazilian side, a better Brazilian side than the Flamingos. So it's going to be tougher. And we got beat by the Flamingos. So have it right. Oh, and cry your eyes out, you Flamingos. So have it right. We are the biggest club in London. We see things they'll never see. But Thiago Silva, do you remember the narrative? Everyone's bigging him up at the moment. What a player. Yes, he's a generational centre-back. The best centre-back we've had since John Terry. So have it right. And what a pairing that would have been if Roman was able to poach Thiago Silva. Actually, speaking of Roman, let's have it right. We're going to delve into this. However, brown envelope. So let's see what the brown envelope's written about Don Roman and what Don Roman's apparently said. Let's have it right. So we'll delve into that. And then once I have, we will land the minerals and react to it because no one else has done that. They're too busy spreading out toxic positivity. Salute to our Don Roman. Let's have it right. And we move. But Thiago Silva, they said, didn't they? Did they not? Bench Thiago Silva. He slows our transition down. He slows our attack down. Did it look like that the other day, mate? Yeah, nah. He'd still fit into our team right now. He'd slot in like a glove. And I'm not talking about the O.J. Simpson's glove. So have it right. No steroids around here, bruv. But you lot are pumping steroids for all these brown envelopes to force feed this narrative from Blue Co. Into the toxic positivity and trust the process. Arsenal PR. Get in the bin, bruv. What are we doing here? However, Thiago Silva would slot in fantastically. And he'd be our best centre-back currently now. Well, Trev's our best centre-back at the minute. Cole's doing all right. Let's have it right. Levi Jeans landing it. However, let's see what happens in the Club World Cup. Everyone's like, can we dream about winning it? It'll be unbelievable if we won the Club World Cup. Let's have it right. Of course, I want to win every trophy. And that would be fantastic. However, it will come to a point where you face a Real Madrid or a PSG or a Bayern even. And then, yeah, let's have it right. Back shots will be coming Blue Coast way. That's the reality of it. You know, come against a real serious test and we'll see what minerals our team is made of. But we go into it. Joao Pedro has been announced. Chelsea signings, 60 million. So that's 50 million plus 10 million add-ons. And he's been announced. He's on the beach. Let's have it right. Like all you Blue Co minions and all you brown envelopes with that lavering and slapping on that Diddy baby oil because you love it. So have it right. And you're getting away with criminal offences. But you'll be found out eventually. You will be charged either way. And you're always getting charged by us on here on the Minerals FC. But everyone's celebrating that deal. It's a wonderful addition, we've been told. And he's versatile. He used to play number 10. He can play in the midfield. He can play anywhere along the front three. So he's a bit of a Swiss Army knife like Viega was. They love a Swiss Army knife like Sterling. However, we don't want a jack of all trades. We want someone who's elite with one specific skill set. And that seems to be the going rate, you know. What do we know about Joao Pedro? We know that he's tall and everyone's promoting his height. Fantastic. How many headers has he scored? How many headers has Delap scored for that matter with all this height? How many headers has Jackson scored? Well, we know what Jackson scored, bruv, and how many headers he scored, bruv. But yeah, they're no Victor Osimhen. And we're not signing Victor Osimhen, who would have cost 50 million. But the wage structure, yeah, it limits you where you can go in the market. However, Joao Pedro's on the beach, the PR, the CFC LDN. Everyone saw the next ground for Club World Cup. And what does the Chelsea Brown Envelope account tweet out? London Blues. London Blues, like we're playing Pro Evo, bruv. These Pro Evo merchants, the ownership think they're playing Football Manager. So it doesn't surprise me. But let's have it right. Pedro's on the beach. He's doing all the samba. It's a shame we couldn't have the true samba of Rodrigo. That would be elite. But did you see it? Did you see it in the video? What did you notice? And I'm not talking about where's Wally, because you're all Wallies. What did you notice? Oh, that's right. There's no front of shirt sponsor. What are we doing here? Where's Return of the Mac? Return of the Mac. Where is it? Yeah, not happening, is it? Yeah. Has it been stripped? Like Wall Stripper, like these lot have stripped our entire club of what Roman fucking built for us. What we doing here? But he's been told, we told us that he spoke to David Luiz. Yes, the David Luiz that played for us when it was Chelsea. Now it's CFC LDN. Now it's London Blues. Now it's just Stockpile FC. But Pedro signed another seagull merchant. And when he was doing kick-ups, did he fancy doing a kick-up of maybe hit a few seagulls on the beach? That would be nice because they've robbed Blueco. What we doing here? But let's see. We're going to back the player. He's come. Let's see what he offers. Oh, apparently he's going to play on the right wing. He's playing on the left wing. Well, we don't know. We've got Kittens to be announced soon. But let me ask you this. Is Pedro and Kittens an upgrade from Sancho, Madueke for that matter, and even Pedro Neto? I don't know. I'll let you answer that. I'm not too sure about it. Would Rodrigo be an upgrade? Yeah. Oh, yeah, he'd be an upgrade. Would Kvaratskhelia be an upgrade for 59 million? Yeah, he would be. What about Dembele? Who's made Dembele? 42 million. Yeah, we'll have that. Or Doué. How about that? Cheaper and better. Oh, I thought that was the mantra of Blueco. Well, that must be in the woods and in the gutter and in the bin. So have it right. But Joao Pedro, he's there. He's signed. Let's see what happens. He's going to debut for Chelsea in the Club World Cup. He's been assigned to the squad. Let's see what Enzo Maresca says and what he does with him and where he plays him. And well, he's got to learn the system, hasn't he? He's got to learn the system, which brings me on to the breaking news that Madueke has been linked to the Arsenal. Legohead wants Madueke, so have it right. But does he want Madueke to start over Bukayo Saka, their star boy, on 300 grand a week? No, he doesn't. He probably wants Madueke as a squad player and thinks, yeah, he's got a bit of Premier League experience. He's young. We can nick him at a decent price. And he's an England international. Gittins ain't even an England international. So have it right. Does Pedro play for Brazil? I don't know. I haven't checked that one. Maybe the ultras can let me know in the comments. But Madueke to Arsenal. Take him. Take him. Oh, mate, I'm on my knees taking, bruv, because he ain't Chelsea level. But what my point is, if Arsenal are looking at him, he's not going to start on the left because he's not a left side player. He's a right sided player. So have it right. Enzo Maresca's played on the left countless times. He don't do it. He's going to play on the right. So he's a bench player, which is exactly all and what he is. Yet we've been shoehorning him to start for Chelsea. Let me remind you why Madueke stayed and was being played, because they tried to sell him last summer and they couldn't. Ooh, like Cucurella, but then he won the Euros and his stocks went up. Let's have it right. Cucurella can vouch for me for that. He's got 5 on it. Brillo pad in midfield. Let's have it right. Well, number 10. He's our top goal scorer since January last season. What are we doing here? And he's still landing the minerals. But Madueke would be a bench player at Arsenal. So what does that tell you? If he's a starter for Chelsea, but he's a bench player for Arsenal if they buy him. Chelsea want 40, are happy with 45 million. And now in the fan base are going, oh, I don't know. Should we sell him? I don't think we should sell him. Oh, 45 is a bit cheap. Let's get 60 million. Where are these numbers coming from, bruv? Like, you want 60 million for Nico Jackson. Like, what's happening to Jackson? Jackson's up for sale. The same fan base that flip-flop more than Javianas on the stock market, yeah? International, bruv, worldwide, yeah? They flip-flop so much. They were telling us he's baby Drogba. They were telling us, don't buy Alvarez or Victor Osimhen because he'll stop and hinder the development and progression of Nicholas Jackson. And now you lot are all what? Cheerleading with, we love you, Bowley t-shirts, yeah, all wet and lathered up with your baby oil to say, yeah, sell Jackson because now we've got Liam Delap. We've got our number 9. Let's have it right. But you don't want Victor Osimhen no more. Let me go back to explaining how the fan base is. Big up to Tobes. He dug this one out. Breaking, Chelsea are not exploring a deal for Joao Pedro. No talks via Toothpick Jacobs. This is before we signed him, obviously. And look at on large account, Football Chelsea. It's got over 200,000, says, oh, thank God. But yet now, I bet you the same account is posting comps, bigging up Joao Pedro, that he's the best thing since sliced bread. And that is just state. This is the world-class PR that Blueco unravel ever since they walked through the door, bruv. Let's have it right. Madueke to Arsenal. Well, we're hearing the PR that Enzo Maresca likens and loves Madueke. So if you're backing the manager, why are you selling players that he wants and likes? That doesn't make sense to me. What are we doing here? He wanted Mike Maignan. You didn't give him Mike Maignan. You know, you're saying you're serving him up Sanchez. And Sanchez is a third choice goalkeeper for Brighton that we've spent 26 million on a 6-year deal. And he's still our number 1. Jorgensen's going to be flipped for pound note. Penders is going on loan potentially to Strasbourg or somewhere else. Let's have it right. So what are we doing here? What goalkeeper are we bringing in? Trafford's getting linked to Newcastle. Are we going to go in for Trafford and go, oh, look, we've robbed Newcastle of Joao Pedro and now we're robbing them of Trafford. Let's all celebrate it. Get in the bin. Yeah, what are we doing here? So Mudryk, yeah, get shot of him. Get shot of him. Talking of goalkeepers, Petrovic has just been linked to Sunderland for 25 million euros, and yet there might be other suitors for Petrovic. Well, that tells me that the Brown Envelopes are working overtime for Blueco to try and find suitors to create a story, as Fabrizio Romano let us all know, that agents and players come to him to say, can you work something out for me? You know, can you get me out of this deal? I want to go here, orchestrate the narrative, let's have it right. Well, maybe they're doing that for Petrovic because Petrovic clearly would be our best goalkeeper. He was the best for Strasbourg, top stats. They go by data, but they don't want to look at this data. And yet we're stuck with this dross that we got. Kepa's just been sold to to Arsenal for 5 million. And Kepa's standing in the dressing room going, looking at we are the Arsenal, and there's no trophies, bruv. What are we doing here? No Champions League, Super Cup, Club World Cup, no Europa League, nothing. No European pedigree. But Chelsea obviously put out a heartfelt message. I'm not going to go through that, but he's on high wages, which is why they wanted to get him off the books. But would Kepa not be our best goalkeeper if he was back in the squad? Would he even not be good enough to be a number 2? Because he's good enough to be a number 2 for Raya at Arsenal and Lego Head. So you're telling me we're letting go of players to Arsenal like Madueke, who's still young. I don't rate him, but he's better than Kittens. He's better than most players we got and what we've been served up on, yet they're going to sell him. But why are they getting rid of Madueke? Pound note, they need to sell players to buy more players. The Club World Cup money is helping them raise the funds to buy the players they're buying. But now they're letting everyone know we have to sell and we're desperate to sell. So they better sell sharpish. Otherwise, how are they going to keep going in the market? Unless we go through the next round, which is more than likely. But Madueke, if you remember, had a bust up with Viega in the training ground. Well documented after, let's have it right. The ITKs will know, but they didn't want to broadcast it. The Brown Emirates will know. But I knew they had a massive bust up. And who did Blueco and the ownership choose? They chose Madueke because he had more resale value, had more credit in the bank to get pound note for. Viega, 6 months later, got shipped out on loan. And now we're getting links to him with Bayern Munich are interested. And there are several suitors for Viega. So the Swiss Army knife's not needed at Chelsea no more. But the narrative was, oh, he wants to play centre-back. But when he signed for Chelsea, he says, I'll play anywhere across the back. I'm versatile, can play DM. And now he's adamant and stubborn to say, I only want to play centre-back. Yeah, I'll go with the narrative that Madueke and him fell out and they chose Madueke, and now Madueke's getting the green light to go, yeah, you can go to North London. And he ain't got no loyalty or allegiance to Chelsea. But what's going to happen to Mandem FC? It's getting picked off piece by piece. What are we doing here, bro? I thought Mandem FC stick together. I thought Madueke's part of the long-term trust process, and he's getting shipped out. Maybe Santos is going to be another one. Kendry Paez, what are we doing here, bro? We're literally flipping assets that are stockpiled. That is what's going on at Chelsea, and Petrovic is another one, another example. So, yeah, Kepa's gone. But we've been broadcasted by Matt Law that Chelsea want 9 attackers to go into the new season. Well, how many attackers we got, bruv? We get plenty of attackers, but we keep flipping them every transfer window, in and out. 50 cent, bring them in, bring them out, bring them in, bring them out. So have it right. It's like Diddy's trial, bruv. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Trafficking, all sorts happening, bruv. Epstein FC in full flow in footballing terms. That is what's going on at Chelsea under Blue Coat. So have it right. So 9 attackers. Why? What are the most profitable in resale terms, especially? Wingers, strikers, number 10s. These are the players that get you the top dollar. And occasionally, if you've got a world-class centre-back and midfielder, you'll get top money for them. So have it right. That's why they're stockpiling. Simple as. That's the only reason they're stockpiling on this profile, in this position. Yet people don't want to talk on it. You know, they're not interested in talking about it. You know what I'm saying? But as long as they'll sign a death row contract, that's all that matters. Fabrizio Romano's come out and says, I'm hearing Chelsea aren't done yet. They're exploring wingers in the market and maybe buying a centre-back. So they're still, so we are looking at centre-back. So you're telling me we've spent 200 million, because Kittens is going to, the money's spent, let's have it right, it's all agreed. We've bought Dilap. We spent 200 million with Quenda and Esugo as well on the books. All right. And you're telling me at that 200 to over 200, it's about 220 million. You can bring me Osimhen, Maignan, Rodrigo, Bastoni. Is that what you're telling me? And yet this fan base, baby oiled up to the nines, lathering up. Yeah. What? You're lapping it up, ain't you? You're excited. We're gonna go to the top. Are we gonna win the Premier League? Because that's what we're in it for. We're in it to win the Premier League. That's the standard at Chelsea. That's the target, to win the Champions League. You know, and yeah, maybe after 5 years of Roman, we didn't win the Premier League, but we won a Champions League, Super Cup, Club World Cup, won 2 Europa Leagues. What are we doing here? We were winners on the high level, elite level. So yeah, we can let a little sliver of the Premier League slide. You know, this is the bottom line. Everyone else is strengthening. Arsenal looking to strengthen. You've got Man City already strengthening, and they're going to have players bedding. But the whole point is, if you're looking at several attackers and 9 more attackers, yeah, so you're bringing new blood into the team, so-called upgrades, which statistically are not upgrades if you're going by the data, and actually where you're buying them from and what level they're already at, and it's all high potential FC, like the weather in our last game. You know, sign that up on a death row contract, high potential, bruv. And maybe Vivid Seats can sell some more seats, bruv, for the extortionate prices they're at. But my point is, if you're adding all these additions, then Enzo Maresca's basically going to have a new squad, a new team. To what? Instill his philosophy again. And you're going to give me trust the process that Enzo Maresca needs time with the new players. This new crop of players, bruv. No farmer would want this crop, bruv. What are they going to grow? Everything's going to be literally instilled in the mud. Ain't nothing shooting up, bruv. Yeah, we ain't shooting to the pinnacle of the Champions League and Premier League. So have it right. Everyone that knows football knows football. Everyone knows that we need experience in this team, that we need elite level. We need a balance. We're not getting that. You still haven't got me an elite goalkeeper, elite centre-back, elite striker. You haven't got me an elite winger, bruv. You're bringing me Kittens. You're bringing me Pedro from Brighton. You know, Sam Jules guy. You're bringing me Win Stanley who wants baby Lurch, Garnacho. You know, you're bringing me players that don't actually elevate this team and take us to the next level. And we're going to rely on Cole Palmer FC to carry us. You know, he's getting his lovely promos with Nike and all that. It's wonderful. It's working wonders, bruv. But you're disrupting the first team and you're disrupting the environment. And the environment's not for football. The environment's for financial gain. And that's all I see, is that they're buying players and selling players that they bought. Nkunku, another one. We're told that Madueke and Jackson has no future, they're going to be sold. We were told that by Fabrizio Romano about Nkunku. He's got no career yet. He's scoring us a vital goal to send us through against Benfica. And then after that, we scored a couple more. Let's have it right. Neto being the star of the tournament. The data's telling us we've created the biggest chances. But we did that last year, and we've got a striker now, and was creating them, but we're not putting them away. So it's the same old narrative. If you don't buy the elite quality to raise the levels, then you're not going to reach those levels. It's as simple as that. But everyone's in acceptance of it. Everyone's getting all excited with the bird food. Let's have it right. But the bird food, you have to be careful with that. You see, you lot are getting mugged off by a goldfish by him calling it bird food, because he's calling you his little birdies, his little minions. And if you're happy to be labelled like that, then good on you, bruv. We'd rather be ultras, bruv. Militant, no surrender mentality. Not fly like a birdie, bruv, and try and get some grass seeds, and try and get some food here and there. What we doing here, bruv? Yeah, we roll elite at Chelsea, yeah? We roll elite on the Minerals FC. But that's the state of the fan base. That's exactly what they're all about, these lot. And that's why we are where we are. So this is the levels at Chelsea. And what can we say? We also got it documented that the cement-booted rat Lukaku came out and says, I didn't want to leave Chelsea, yet he sat like that. Yeah, I love Inter Milan. I regret leaving Inter Milan. It wasn't about money. And after 3 months, I'm doing a Sky Italia interview. Get out of here, bruv. Yeah, worst signing, bruv. One of the worst Abramovich signings. And he didn't get many wrong. This one was a howler, bruv. Absolute stinker. But yet people backed him to the very end when he ratted our football club. I never booed him. I actually, never chanted his name after that. Before I was, but I'll never booed a player. I don't boo players. I'll boo this ownership though. Let's have it right. Love Chelsea, hate Blueco, win, lose, draw, Blueco out. That is the narrative. You ain't got the stomach for it, then jog on. But clearly you ain't. You recycle merchants, copy and paste merchants with the same old toxic positivity, and it's the hope that kills you. But let's have it right. We move, we land it. Big up to everyone in here. Smash the like button. Put all your comments down below. And as always, make sure you do subscribe to Minerals FC. And salute to our Don Roman. We see things they'll never see. Salute to our Chelsea old boys. And I'll be back very soon with a live, because we haven't done a live, but I've had some certain things to deal with. So big up to everyone. Up the Chelsea, up Minerals FC. Let's have it right.